We are so excited because when COVID first happened and we had to begin talking to everybody remotely, our good friend Tish Gailmard from the Chattanooga Nature Center was right there on the front lines, and you took us into your world time and again. Good to see you back in our world.
In real life, yay!
I will tell you though, one of the thrills for me was we talked a couple of times ago and the wolves began to howl, remember?
Super cool.
Very cool.
Yeah, we certainly can't mimic that here, but that is a really neat glimpse into what we all get to hear on the property all the time.
So you had to adapt. I mean, that really has become, we say it jokingly, but that will have to be the word for 2020, at least one of them. We've all become very good at, we've become adept at adapting.
I like the word nimble. Everybody gets really nimble.
I like that too. Mm-hmm. So you've done a lot of things already. Now you're launching something at the Nature Center. You're calling it, is it just small groups?
It's small group tours.
The idea is that by the very nature of it being small, they're getting almost one-on-one guidance. Almost training, if you will, while they're
You're
on the
exactly right. It's so cool. If you go on our website, you can sign up for these classes, and they are so numerous. You can take a tour to see all the animals with one of us. You can go do a pond study with one of us. Learn to use naturalists on our property. Join our invasive species specialists and learn about invasive species and how to get rid of them on your property. Take a hike with a hawk through our woods. Do a guided canoe trip. It's just that it goes on and on, all these offerings, and people are loving it.
How new is this offering?
You know, these are things that we have done in the past, but not in this way and not in this capacity. So the way we're doing it is new. The idea behind it is not new. But with COVID, it allows us to have small groups of people and be very one-on-one with them. There's a lot of interaction between the individuals in the group and the leader, and lots of questions are asked, and it, like you said, it's almost training and very one-on-one.
Well, it's a way, you know, everybody has their own comfort level in dealing with this, and that's certainly understandable, but many people have been semi-isolated. And that's not healthy. So this is a safe way to come back with friends or family and then do something, because we're all so desperate to do something.
That's right. You know, I've been so fortunate and so spoiled. I've gone to work every day and I've been outside every day and interacted with my animals, and I feel like I've really been very fortunate through all of this, but so many haven't been, and this is a great way to get healthy again. Get back out in nature. We all know science has proven nature heals.
Well, let's talk about the nature you brought. This is Joe.
This is Joe.
He said it's time to start talking about me, Julie.
This is Joe. Let's see if we can get him back on the glove. He only has one wing, so his balance is really poor. He is a broad-winged hawk and most likely hit by a car. He came to us from a rehab facility in Jolton, Tennessee. And you can see his left wing is completely gone. So his balance is terrible when he baits off the glove.
When he did that just now, I would think people at home might think, oh no, he's hurt, but it didn't bother him.
It doesn't hurt him at all, and it just takes him a little bit to get back on the glove. A lot of our birds that bait, I'll scoop back on the glove, but Joe doesn't like to be touched, so I have to help him get himself back on the glove.
That's one of the hardest things for me when you bring these birds, because they don't like you to touch them. They will nip you quickly, but he's so beautiful.
He is. He's spectacular, and this is a really common bird in our area. If you look at his tail feathers, he's got a multi-barred tail. That's a good field marker when you see them flying. And then look at his size. He's really a pretty small little hawk.
Yeah, he's tiny.
Talk about nimble. This little guy can cruise through the woods at high speeds and amazing ability to miss the trees and in and out of the woods.
So I'm looking at something, there's no way I think at home you'd have this vantage point, but when he turns his head to look at you, and I'm seeing the back of his head, his feathers, you can see then how dense they are. There are openings in there I can see through to his skull, basically. But how many layers of feathers does he have?
Massive amounts of layers. There's primary, secondary, tertiary, and then there's a lot of under feathers underneath all that. And you have to think about, look at the size of him. Most people might guess he weighs 10 or 12 pounds. He might weigh a pound. He weighed 310 grams this morning. And he's just a lot of feathers and essentially hollow bones.
How old is he? We don't know.
We don't know. He's an adult. We would probably guess maybe middle age, so that would be, 10, 12.
So he can live to be close to 20?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now, what are the holes in his beak? Are those his nostrils?
Those are his nostrils.
Okay.
Yeah, those are absolutely his nostrils, and his ears are just little holes in the side of his head. They sit on either side of his eye, and they're buried down in those feathers.
And if he were flying in the air, how high up could he go? I have a minute left and see the ground. What's his vision?
Oh my gosh, his vision's incredible. He could probably see a couple of football field length easily. And their vision is what they really rely on to hunt. And they have monocular and binocular vision.
And to think that the breeze is blowing out here so we can see his feathers ruffle in the wind. Tish, I'm so glad you got to come face to face.
Thank you.
Take advantage of these small group guides they have going on. If you go to the Nature Center's website, you can see the list. You can sign up that way. They are open for you to come and enjoy. It's a beautiful day this morning, a good time to come and just soak up nature and take advantage of the last days of summer. And if your kids are heading back to school and they're doing it remotely, what a great resource they have to offer.
Yes.
Thank you, my friend.
Thank you.
Bye, Joe.
So have a wonderful day.